Hey everybody, welcome back to Travel Trailer Nation, and today we're going to talk about a couple simple mods, or a mod that you can do. It doesn't take a lot of time, it's sometimes a little tricky because of the wiring, but otherwise it's a very simple install, and that is adding a 12-volt light to your kitchen or some other area where you need to get some additional lighting. Now, one thing we noticed with our trailer is that over the sink there just isn't a lot of light. They've done a really nice job with the can lights in here, as you can see, here, going down the trailer, giving the living area a lot of light. But as far as over the sink, there was a dead spot. So what we decided to do was run our own 12-volt light in, which you can see I already have it. I guess you can't see it, but it's up here. And I tied into the vent fan, which is always hot, and it has its own switch. Now, I could have tied into the can lights, but the problem there is you always have to have the can lights on then to have the light on over the sink. Also, I have a dimmer on the can lights, so if I dim the can lights, then of course the light on the sink is going to go down too. So I thought we'd run over exactly how I did this, so you'll have an idea if you decide to attempt it yourself. Okay, the first thing you're going to have to do is figure out where you want to put your light. Now, we knew we wanted it directly over the sink, so what I did is I placed a flashlight where I wanted the light to be the brightest, and I had it shine up onto the ceiling, which is where I cut the hole with a hole saw, and a very small hole saw too. I would say it's probably an inch, inch and a half. Then I came over and disassembled the fan shroud, which is 4 screws. Now, you may opt to take out the screen, which is just the screw that holds the handle on to give you a little more room, but I didn't. Then it's a matter of really fishing the wires over to that hole. Now, you'll notice there's a little brace that's going up there, so there's probably a strut, but I was able to get right through it, and then up over and down into the fan hole. Now, the hardest part for me was the stud trying to feed the wires back there. That was a real pain. So what I used was a thin piece of wire, and I ran it along the 2x4, brought it over to the side closest to the light, electrically taped the 2 wires onto that small wire, and dragged it through and pulled it out. So the next step is really wiring the light up and putting everything back together. Okay, so what I've done is I brought the white wire over and joined it with the wires that are going to the fan, and also there's a wire in here that's going to the back can lights as well. And then I ran the black wire in with the 2 yellow that are coming to the fan unit, plus the switch for the fan unit itself. And that's all I need to do here, and I can tuck the wires. I'm going to run electrical tape from the nut here back probably an inch or so on each one of these. And then I'm going to come over and hook the light to these 2 wires in basically the same way, and I will put electrical tape on those and tuck those and fasten the light back. But that's all there is to it. I've gone ahead and put the light fixture back on. Did not come with screws, which I thought was a little odd, so I had to run to the hardware store to get those. Relatively easy deal. I did tape. I connected the wires. I taped them off with the wire nuts, just like I did up here with the fan. As you can see, fan's running perfectly. Lights perfect. Gives us all the light we need down here in the kitchen, and also allows us to have all the lights off in the trailer except for this one, if that's all we want. So this is an easy mod you should be able to do if you're comfortable doing wiring and comfortable kind of tearing things apart, which I am. I'm not an expert in wiring, but I've done a fair amount of it, so I feel comfortable with it. And like I said, it's added so much light to this area that it was just a really good mod for us to do. That's it. We'll see you next time. And for more information, go to traveltrailernation.com.